16 years I stick it out, even though it was a lot of up and down. But I don't mind hard work. I don't mind dieting. I don't mind, preparing a competition. But it's always and get to either 2 weeks or 2 days before, or even though like 24 hours before the show, I always fight within myself first. This week chie is always coming up. I just don't know what it is, but so again this time it came. My week chie started to dwelling far as a more negative mind came into my mind, and then just my body was not responding like how I wanted to. Last two shows this year Arnold and the last year North American, I know I was on. I'd be like, okay, I can do this. But this time, and my body wasn't respond like how I wanted to, So I was kind of waiting to see either am I too tired, or retain too much water, or I need to carb up more. And so a lot of things going through my mind, and then but trying not to speak up so much about negativity. And so but when I was talking to, well, he don't like to I call him coach, but to Earl about how my body feels, and actually at those times, like you don't want to hear anything like a hash word, like you're not gonna win, or why you gotta be so negative. More so, okay, oh, you be okay, but no, that's not Earl. So I already know that. And he said, why always at coming to this point, and you have it, but you just don't see it. And then what happened is that your mind started going towards the negative, but just your body responding just like that. Why I'm retain water, and then your body retain water. More you stress, more you get nervous, you retain water. And then so when he told me, you have such a strong mind, but you using towards more negative. Why don't you just change it to the more towards the positive? And I started thinking, I said, yeah, he's right. Why I'm going to keep on looking at what I don't have? Instead, what can I do with this last 12 hours before I go on the stage? What can I do? And then so that was a fight. I wanted to cry. I wanted to cry so bad. And because this pandemic and the coronavirus, at the convention center, it's like your trainer can go in. It's just only competitors. So I was by myself. I have a food and everything, and but I was so tired. I'm trying to pump up with my resistance band and poles, but my body wasn't just not responding how I wanted to. I had to FaceTime Earl, my coach, and I said, hey, I don't know what it is, but my body's not, I'm so tired, I can't even flex. And he said, do you have any sugar? Well, I said, of course, I always carry, that's the time, like, if I have a chance, I want to have a muffins and chocolates and a candy. I mean, all of that. But so I had a bag, about 15 peanut butter cookie. Get this cookie down and see how body going to respond. Earl was saying that, just to eat the cookie, get some rest, like 15, 20 minutes, maybe take a nap. That's just enough time from the hotel to the tent. So we compete outside. Outside was raining, so they had the shuttle bus waiting for us. Get on the shuttle bus, and then went to the tent, which is where the stage is set up. So I was more so. This is a gamble. I never carve up with a whole bunch of cookie. I don't know how my body was going to respond. I also had a potato chips as well. And so I just ate them all. So I had 15 cookies. I was just eating like a cookie monster. And I ate the whole bag of chips. Bag of potato chips I had in a sandwich bag. And I said, okay, let me meditate, pray God, and just to calm down and take a nap for about 15 minutes. And when I wake up and I started to posing, and I started to feel my muscle become alive. I was like, okay, now I can started feeling, my shoulder gets tighter, and because you so depleting the water, your skin just wrapping around your body like a saran wrap. So that once you have a food and the cup up, and then now you started to feel the muscle expand, So, okay, I said, I can do this, but I need to fight it. So when I got to the backstage and started to, to pump up and posing, and I can start to see my muscle just coming up, and then I can start to see the line again. Now, I would say this, it's not as much as when I was at the Arnold, but it was 50% better than that morning. And so I said, okay, let me just do it. I'm a Muscle Nadeshiko, which is my nickname in Japan, and I will not give up. As I come to this point, I just gotta get on it and do my best and see how it goes. And we got out on the stage, and they moved me from right to the left and right to the left, and they positioned me in the middle, which is, a lot of people that compete before, a lot of time in the prejudging, not all the time, but a lot of time in the prejudging, the first place goes in the middle. So I said, I was telling myself, I was like, okay, wait a minute, I am in the middle. But because the last 3 times I placed a second place, so, my mind was like, okay, don't get too excited yet. And, but when I got off the stage, I was literally shaking, because that was such a fight. I literally wanted to cry at the hotel before we got on the bus. So from that to actually placing in the first place, that was, I don't know, you guys watch it streaming in North American this year, but I was literally shaking when they called my name at last, my number, 410. The last time when I got a call in the first place was 8 years ago, 2012, at the Wings Over Strength in Chicago Pro, and I won that show. So 8 years took from that last time to place in the first place. So I was just literally shaking, and but more so what was the really still just in my head was when they say the new IFBB Pro chie. So that was just I'm still just thinking about it, I get goosebumps. So that's how I went, and I am so happy, and I'm so appreciate everyone gave me so many kind of message. You deserve it. You fought it for a long time and things like that. But a lot of time I don't think a lot of people understand why it took so long. That's why on one of my posts saying that because I am a citizen in Japan, they couldn't compete a national show, and that they changed the rule last year, and so we can compete any national show in this country, and which is I did it. So thank you everyone, and I totally appreciate it, and I'm still enjoying my moment. But now I got it back. I started back training this today, and I don't mind hard work. I've been doing that for a long time. So now go towards more so as a pro, and be competitive, and now I can finally represent my country, Japan. That was always my ultimate goal, that I wanted to be like a Hidetada Yabangishi. Since when I met Hide back in 2000, I think it's 6, I wanted to be just like him. And so, you know, I am just kind of, I didn't want to forget this moment and to take my time and to kind of, you know, what is my plan next, you know, what I want to do and how I want to become, how I want to represent my country. And I've been doing a tour myself in Japan 2 weeks at a time and once or twice every year for the last 9 years. And now I can actually go back as a pro to do my tour next year, because this year, because of Corona, there, you know, we can travel. So I am really looking forward to it next year, what I can do for my country and represent it in the U.S.
Let me ask you something. What has been your motivating factor the last, you've been competing since 2003. What has been your motivating factor of just keep going no matter what?
I will tell you the truth. I actually told Earl that about 3 weeks before this North American, I was thinking about not doing this show because it was tough. I mean, I have been doing like a routinely once or twice a year. I've been competing, and I placed a second place or third place, second place. So I know I can do it. It is just the fact that I have to go over this last hurdle, and but I didn't know I had it in me. But to me, it's never in my dictionary giving up. So I need to accomplish what I set up for in the first time. And if I came in this far, I'm just going to keep on going. And that was it. So I didn't really necessarily like, I got to win. It's more so I need to do my best. I wanted to be, you know, become the best that I can be. That was more so my thing. So why I pushed it so hard, because I think I also promised a lot my country and back in Japan when I did seminar. I did my high school in front of 600 kids. I had a speaking engagement, and I said next time I come back to speaking, I said I will be as a pro, and I will, you know, come back. So I did that. I actually said that in the as a seminar, at the seminar as well. So, you know, I promised myself, and also I promised my fans and, you know, wonderful supporter, and back in Japan, my family, my children, they are always the, you know, cheerleader, you know, for me every time. And I wanted to show them, and this is what you can do if you don't give up. Long as you don't give up, you stay in the game. So one day it will be your, you know, your time will come. So I just believed that and just challenged again, and I said, okay,